Hey, it's Anthony here, owner and founder of Quantum Voice AI. Welcome to today's episode of the Unorthodox Playbook, episode 5. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been on every marketer's mind at some point in time. Website or landing page? It's a debate that's been around for a while, but the truth is there's a clear answer for where each plays a role in driving conversions. So let's break it down and figure out how you can get the best results for your business. No redesign necessary. It started with a phone call on a Friday afternoon. The kind where the sun's still out, but your brain's halfway into weekend mode. I answered the phone, and on the other end was Devin. Quickly realized he was a very ambitious business owner, and he told me he was running a boutique SaaS platform for HR teams. Good product, good team, but his voice, you could hear the frustration leaking through the cracks. Man, we're spending all this money on ads, he said. Our traffic looks solid, but no one's signing up. The homepage bounce rates through the roof. My chief marketing officer thinks we need a full redesign. My chief financial officer says just build landing pages. What do I actually need? I've had this conversation before, hundreds of times actually. And the truth, it's not a redesign issue. It's not a landing page issue. It's actually a strategy issue, a story issue, a conversion journey issue. So I leaned back in my chair, closed my laptop, and I told him, let me tell you a story. Imagine this. You're walking through a beautiful neighborhood. Every house has curb appeal, flowers, landscaping, stone driveways, and then one home grabs your attention. Tall gates, modern windows, designer architecture. You step inside, and it's completely empty. No furniture, no signage, no one to greet you, no idea what you're supposed to even do next. That's what 80% of websites look like in 2025. They're very beautiful, but empty, very stylish, but confusing, branded to the T, but lacking a real path for action. They don't convert because they don't guide. And in today's online battlefield, your website isn't just a digital real estate, okay? It's your living organism. One that's either working for you or bleeding you dry. Now, picture this. You're walking into a local farmer's market. You're not even planning to buy anything, maybe just browse. But a lady walks up with one single product. It's in your hand before you even process it. She says, this right here clears your sinuses, boosts your energy, and tastes like honey. You laugh, you buy it, and you walk away smiling. That, my friend, is a landing page. Focused, intentional, ruthless. It doesn't ask you to explore. It leads you. One product, one outcome, one action. And that's where Devin's company needed, right? That's what he needed at that time. He didn't have a traffic problem. He had a clarity problem. So I asked Devin to send me his homepage. I opened it. Now, I want to paint this picture for you, right? It was stunning. Hero image of a smiling team, fancy parallax, a dozen menu options, but it took 6.3 seconds to load. And this was on the phone. The headline said, "Empowering the future of team experience." So I thought to myself, what does that even mean? It looked like a website made to impress investors, not convert customers. I told him straight. I said, this is a billboard in the desert. Looks amazing, but nobody is stopping. Okay? We started small. We left the homepage alone. No full redesign, no massive overhaul, just shifted the focus a bit. We created 3 landing pages, each one laser focused. One for small HR teams, one for enterprise buyers, and one for career coaches. Each had its own CTA, its own story, and its own message. No navigation bar, no pop-ups, just headline, pain point, promise, trust signal, CTA. In less than a week, those pages were doing 5 times more conversions than the homepage. And that homepage, we rebuilt it later, but we rebuilt it informed by what we learned from the landing pages. So this whole website versus landing page debate, I mean, it's a trap, really. It's not a matter of choosing one. It's about knowing what role each one plays for your business. Your website is your brand's castle. It shows you basically exist in the marketplace, right? That's what makes you credible, in my opinion. It shows that you invested in your digital foundation. But your landing pages are your soldiers, built for speed, focus, and impact. They win the daily battles. Together, they form a system, much like a funnel, a digital machine. And the people who master both, they don't guess, they scale. So let me hit you with some facts real quick. The average website converts about 2.3%. A well-structured landing page, 8 to 25%. Pages that load in under 3 seconds convert 32% higher than slower ones. In sites with SEO structured code and responsive UX, they rank higher and stay indexed longer. So, what wins? The answer is both. You build your brand on your site. You build your pipeline through your landing page. So it's been, I'd say, about 6 months. Okay. Devin's team now has a new rhythm. Homepage for trust, landing pages for results, blog content for SEO, lead magnets gated by, guess what? Another landing page. And just last week, he sent me a message. We closed $118,000 this quarter from traffic that used to bounce. Not bad for a phone call on a Friday afternoon. So, if you're listening to this thinking, do I need a website, Anthony, or should I just build a landing page? Here's my answer. This is what you need. You need clarity, not just decoration. You need results, not just reach. So let me give you an example. When you're creating a Google ad, right? You create it for buyer intent. Okay. But you also can create a Google ad for engagement, right? Just for page views or something like that. Okay. Which one are you going to do? If you're focused on getting sales for your business, closing deals, are you going to create a buyer intent specific type of Google ad? Or are you going to create an ad that's just for people to look at, view it, like it, and move on? Which one are you going to do? right? So you need a strategy that respects both your brand's long-term story and your audience's short attention span, okay? This is the Unorthodox Playbook. This is clicks, code, and conversions. And if you're ready to stop bleeding traffic and start banking results, please subscribe, share this, and let's get to work, because you can't win tomorrow's conversions with yesterday's strategy. So again, subscribe to the Unorthodox Playbook on YouTube. You can also find me on LinkedIn. Visit www.quantumvoiceai.net. Again, that is www.quantumvoiceai.net. Or you can DM me, Anthony Hitch, on LinkedIn. One conversation could be the click that changes everything. Take care, everyone.